Merci, Madame. Excellency Sahle-Work Zewde, President of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, Excellencies, former Head of State and Government, Honorable Ministers, Ambassadors and representatives of regional and international organizations, Mr. President of the Amhara Region State, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me a great pleasure to address the opening of this 8th edition of Tana Forum, devoted to the examination of the political dynamics in the Horn of Africa and the nurturing of its emerging peace trends. At a time of far-reaching changes in the region, one could not have thought of a more fitting theme for this year's forum. This gives us a timely platform to take stock of current developments, exchange ideas on how to sustain the existing momentum, and make concrete recommendations on the way forward. I would like to express appreciation to the authorities of the Amhara Region State for their warm welcome on these peaceful shores of Lake Tana. I am equally grateful to the government of Ethiopia for its long-standing commitment to our union's agenda there in a truly pivotal period with few precedents in our recent history. Let me take this opportunity to once more extend my congratulations after a period of conflict and hostility. Similarly, I would like to renew my congratulations to President Isaias Afwerki for receiving his offer of peace with open arms. Indeed, it takes courage to set aside decades of mistrust and move towards reconciliation. The momentum generated by the reconciliation between Eritrea and Ethiopia contributed to the resumption of relations between Djibouti and Eritrea. In South Africa, in South Sudan, the IGAD-led revitalization process holds the promise to bring to an end the untold suffering visited upon the South Sudanese people. As we convene here, historic developments are taking place in Sudan. In line with its relevant instruments, the African Union has clearly pronounced itself in favor of a consensual and civilian-led transition. Such a transition will make it possible to meet the aspiration of the Sudanese people and lay a solid foundation for the democratic transformation of Sudan. These opportunities should be seized. Sudan's stability and prosperity matter for the entire continent. Finally, mention should be made of Somalia, which continues to make steady progress towards peace and reconciliation. Ladies and gentlemen, over the past 2 decades, the African Union and its predecessor, the Organization of African Unity, have been actively involved in the search for solutions to the myriad challenges facing the Horn of Africa. 18 years ago, the OAU facilitated the signing of the Algiers agreements with the view of promoting lasting peace between Eritrea and Ethiopia. I'm glad to note that this objective is now being achieved. There are few countries in the continent in which the African Union has invested as much as it did in Sudan. It has been and remains at the forefront of continental solidarity with Sudan. Our union was indeed the first to deploy peacekeepers in Sudan. It convened peace talks and took major steps to help address the structural causes of conflict and instability in Sudan, including through the high-level panel chaired by former President Thabo Mbeki. Thank you, Your Excellency, for your dedication. In addition, the African Union is supporting the ongoing negotiations among the Sudanese stakeholders to help chart a consensual way forward for the transition. In Somalia, the African Union launched its largest peace support operation to date through the sacrifices of its uniformed and civilian personnel. AMISOM has written one of the most glorious pages of African peace endeavors. AMISOM has also given rise to a creative partnership between the African Union and the United Nations, the European Union, and others. Given the linkages between the various challenges confronting the Horn of Africa, the African Union for many years now has advocated for a regional and multidimensional approach. Concrete action is being taken in this regard. It is worth mentioning here the October 27 Khartoum meeting on peace, security, stability, development, and cooperation in the Horn, organized by the African Union in collaboration with IGAD. Its conclusions continue to serve as the basis for ongoing work of the high-level implementation panel on this issue. This undertaking also covers the relationship with the non-African countries that are riverine of the Gulf of Aden and the Red Sea. Here is a common space that should be managed in a way that forces security, stability, and development, especially in view of the adverse impact that extra-regional rivalries can have on the Horn, as unfortunately illustrated by recent developments in Somalia. Clearly, there is a shared future between these countries and our continent. I am convinced that we can rely on the leadership of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi of Egypt to reinforce these ties and help ground them in clear principles. President al-Sisi is the chairperson of our union, and his country has the dual quality of being both Arab and African and on the shores of the Red Sea. The Afro-Arab Summit, planned in Saudi Arabia this November, offers a unique opportunity in this respect. Let me shift also to French. Mesdames, Messieurs, il est clair que la situation dans la Corne de l'Afrique évolue favorablement. Rendre cette évolution irréversible exige une vision à long terme, une forte volonté politique et une démarche fondée sur le consensus le plus large possible. De façon pratique, plusieurs questions se posent à nous. Comment consolider les acquis obtenus? Comment surmonter les nombreux défis qui nous attendent? Comment assurer que l'espoir soulevé n'est pas trahi? Je voudrais hasarder quelques éléments de réponse, je dirais plutôt de réflexion. Premièrement, il me semble nécessaire d'approfondir la confiance retrouvée au niveau des relations bilatérales, de l'élargir à l'ensemble de la région et de s'assurer que les progrès accomplis sont institutionnalisés à travers les arrangements régionaux existants.
ጠቃሚ ነው ብለን የምንገምተው በጋራ መስራት ያለ እረፍት መስራት በተለይም ከኢጋድ ጋር ሌላው ደግሞ ሁለተኛው ነጥብ ደግሞ ማደስ ያለብን ያለንን መከባበርና ለዲሞክራሲ ያለንን ተባባሪነትን ነው። ስለዚህ በርካታ መንግስታት በዚህ ሁኔታ ላይ በህገ መንግስታዊ ሁኔታ የሚሰሩና ከአፍሪካ ህብረት ጋር ያላቸው ግንኙነት ስላለ ለሰላምና ለደህንነት የሚሰሩ ይሆናል። በተለይም በአፍሪካ ቀንድና በሌሎች በርካታ የአፍሪካ አገሮች ያለው ሁኔታ በአገራቸው ውስጥ ያለውን የግጭት ሁኔታ ሁሉም የሚያውቁት ሁኔታ ስለሆነ ስለዚህ ደህንነቱን በተመለከተ ኢጋድ በዚህ ሁኔታ ላይ የሚጫወተው ሚና በጣም ከፍተኛ ነው በእነዚህ ሴክተሮች። ስለዚህ ሌላ ሶስተኛው ነጥብ ደግሞ አፍሪካ በዓለም አቀፋዊ የሆነ ምርት ላይ የምትጋራው በርካታ ነገር አለ። በተለይም አሁን ባለንበት ሁኔታ ላይ ያለውን ተጨባጭ አካሄድ በተመለከተ በተለይም እጅግ በጣም ጠቃሚ የሚሆነው ነገር አሁን የምንመለከተው ነገር ዓለም አቀፋዊው ትብብር እየተለዋወጠ እንደሚሄድ እንመለከታለን። ስለዚህ በዚህ ሁኔታ ላይ ሪጅድ ወይም ግትር የሆነ አካሄድ አለ። ስለዚህ ይህንን ለመለወጥ በበርካታ አፍሪካ ሀገሮች በጋራ ትብብር በመስራት በመልቲላተራል አካሄድ በመሄድ ለዚህ ሁኔታ ከፍተኛ የሆነ መፍትሄ ማምጣት ይኖርብናል። አህጉሩ በኤዩ ትብብር በበርካታ ሁኔታ እየሰራ የሚገኘው ከሌሎች ሀገሮች ጋር የተገናኘ በተለይም ከቀይ ባህር አካባቢ ያሉትን ሀገሮች ጋር በጣም ለረጅም ጊዜ ሊሄድ የሚችል ዘላቂ የሆነ አጋርነት በተለይም በጋራ ትብብር ላይ የተመሰረተና በጋራ ጥቅም ላይ የተመሰረተ ማለት። ስለዚህ በዚህ ሁኔታ ላይ በበርካታ ሁኔታ ያለንን የልሂቃን ኃይል በመጠቀም ላይ እንገኛለን። ሌላው ደግሞ በ2009 የፈረምነው ስምምነት አለ። በአፍሪካ ውስጥ ሰላም ለማምጣት የአፍሪካ መሪዎችና በርካታ ዩኒቨርሲቲዎችን ለመገንባት እንደዚሁም የምርምርና የጥናት ማዕከሎችን መገንባት እንዳለባቸውና በዚህ ሁኔታ ላይ ግጭትን ለመፍታት የሚያስችል አካሄድ እናደርግና በአሁኑ ጊዜ ችግሮች ለመፍታት ያልቻልናቸውን ችግሮች ሁሉ ለመጋፈጥ እንዲያችላል። ለአፍሪካ ችግር የአፍሪካ መፍትሄ ያስፈልጋል። ስለዚህ እስካሁን የምንሰራው ነገር ይሄን ነው እና የጣናም ፎረም በዚህ ሁኔታ ላይ ያለውን ቃል ተቀብሎ የሰላምን ለማካሄድ እና ይህም ደግሞ ልሂቃንን በማስተባበር የሚሄደው እንግዲህ ሰላም የኢንተሌክቹዋል ወይም የልሂቃን እንቅስቃሴ መሆኑን እናውቃለን። ስለዚህ በዚህ ሁኔታ ላይ እነዚህን ተግዳሮቶች ለመፍታት እየጣርን እንገኛለን። ስለዚህ ባካችሁ ፍቀዱልኝ። እስካሁን ባለን ሁኔታ ያለን የወደፊት ፍላጎት ከማንኛውም ጠመንጃ ውስጥ የሚመጣውን ጥይት ያለ ድምጽ እንዲጮህ ለማድረግ በሌሎች ሰላማዊ ሁኔታዎች ጋተር እንዳለብን ነው። ስለዚህ በዚህ ሁኔታ ላይ የምንሰራው አካሄድ አምቢሽስ በሆነ አካሄድ ነው። ስለዚህ በዚህ ሁኔታ ላይ የፖለቲካ አካሄዳችን ያሳያል። ስላዳመጣችሁኝ